Hey guys, I want to make a really good point about how ripe our websites are to rank, even going back to the old Blitz. I'm going to compare right then and now. So I want to make a comparison that's helpful. So if you do or don't know, there's basically two things you have to do to rank your website. One, improve everything on your website. Make a lot of pages that are about the geo-targeted keywords. Make sure Google can understand them and that they use page titles, meta descriptions, H1 tags, H2 tags, get some kind of keyword density, and all the things are related. Give the signals, have the Google map with the location if there is a location. All right, so that's the stuff you do on the website. And then you make sure the website's fundamentally sound. Is it quality coding? Can Google read through the coding, right? Not like a human, but do they trip over the coding? So you want to make sure your website is latest and greatest HTML5, latest and greatest CSS3. Beyond that, what? Make it fast. So go after maximize page speed, optimize your images, minify your HTML, your CSS, your JS. Well, we already do all that inside of our pages. We already do all that inside of our sites, right? So our sites have a lot of quality. And then we go after, we say, what if some roofers across the nation are really web savvy in their city? Well, we may or may not dominate them, but we don't really care. We're creating websites with roofing pages for every city in the nation for every keyword we're after, right? And most companies cannot do that. They cannot even do it on one website. If you need to show up for 60 keywords times 10 cities, you need a 600-page website to fill all of those keywords. Then you need other stuff on the website to add fodder, some kind of valuable articles, do's and don'ts, pros and cons, who knows what, features, benefits, anything else. Most websites are like 10 to 15 pages, right? Very little content. They try to say, we do this and this and that and this and that and this and that. In this location, that location, that location, that location, that location, using this material or that material or that material or that material. So in the end, Google's really not sure what that page is supposed to be about. If somebody does a search for all those terms and all those cities using all those potential building materials, Google will say, oh, I've got the perfect page. Well, most people are just looking for one thing in one place or one thing. Then that's it, right? And Google always does tend to look local. So if you have a reason to make your pages local, or if you can do that, that's a huge advantage, right? Because if Google knows that a plumber fixes faucets in one city, but you don't have a page saying that for another city, that you fix faucets in the next city over, Google won't make that assumption. It'll tend to show you for searches in this city, but it won't show your page in searches for that city. You might, but you'll have to go really deep in the results to find it, right? So that's what you really want, is a page for everything, okay? And our websites do that very quickly and efficiently. And then we can do that times multiple websites with all different variations to all that content. And then we can control all of it very rapidly, right? That's the monster we build. It's huge. Now, let me just step back and make a point about general rank. Like if you have a page that's pretty good for a keyword, it can rank for a keyword. What if you create another page that's pretty good for another keyword that can rank for a keyword? Well, we just think faster. What if you use 1,000 keywords times 100 cities? That's 100,000. What if I got 10 websites to spread that across? I'm going to put 10,000 pages per website now. I'm going to do this today, okay? That's how we think, and we do it. We're able to, right? Now, and I've shown you this in videos, and that's why people get our stuff. That's what makes our stuff powerful. Having said that, let me point out just two things I think are interesting. One is this mainroofer.com. What is this? Like, got to be like a year old, like I say. The company information on all these pages are fake. I'm surprised Google's showing 608 pages. I would have thought they're down to like 4 or 5 or 12 or 19. All because they're not real. No one touched them in like a year. These pages haven't been touched, okay? So there are a bunch more pages up, but no one's touched them in a long time. So Google's seeing that nobody else is dealing with them, so it's removing them from the index because it's just an overload on Google. Everyone puts out mass content, but you've got to edit it once in a while. Here's the point, though. Okay, fine. So we got 608 results, main roofer. I looked up one of the first keywords I saw down here was this one here, and I just went there. And where am I? I'm like right here, and it's page 2, right? So it's like 11, 12, 13, 14, number 15 out of 2,270,000 Don't you think there have to be more than 15 guys out of that 2,270,000 pages that fit that term that are trying to rank for it? What am I doing in number 15? I don't deserve it, do I? Well, that's just the point. My website is so much better than 2 million websites out there that Google's giving me that much room with no backlinks, fake information, and not even having touched the SEO. I mean, you would be garbage, except that our websites make this stuff pretty streamlined to begin with, which really helps. Okay, fine. That's this ancient site, mainroofer.com. Let me give you another example. This is fun. I have to look up who this guy is. The guy I think is doing this might be 74 years old, in which case, bravo. He's getting this far. I'm really impressed. So anyway, here we go. We got one of our locksmith websites up here, right? Locksmiths, really competitive, right? We built 3,000 websites, which got spun into 7,000 for locksmiths, dispatch center, right? Each of those websites had like 60 subdomains with varying number of pages each, 60 times 20 times 7,000. You know, do the math on the total amount of content. Now, the reality check is it took a year and a half to get it all up. It actually took longer, but a year and a half. It took like half a year of planning, followed by a year and a half of producing all that content. That was then. We can now recreate that in a week. We can literally did everything that took 2 years between the planning and the production and condense it to like a week. Okay, 2 weeks. 2 weeks planning and production. And we can recreate as many pages on as many websites organized the same way. We can recreate that run. Okay, that's what's amazing. Now, we just got this up and going, and as you know, I've been developing like mad, so we're just now turning to strategy. I'm just putting out all these recordings in the playlist. Go to my YouTube channel, right? youtube.com/maxed, M-A-X-E-D, traffic, right? Maxed traffic. And if you go there, look at the playlists. The latest, greatest playlist, the newest one is T2HC, okay? And you'll see it's about mass website generation, all right? No joke, the most incredible stuff you've probably ever seen, because no one has ever done this on the internet that we've seen, not for the public. And I'm not saying it to brag. We worked and sweated and slaved for a long time, and we just hemorrhaged cash to make it possible. But it works now, and it's the first of its kind that we're aware of. Yeah, big companies can do this. Amazon can do this anytime they want. They can generate their own websites at will. Google can generate their own websites at will. Microsoft can generate their own websites at will. Oracle can generate, but we don't know website developers who can do that right. Not tons of websites at the same time that are all different. Okay, that all interconnect, that all submit their sitemaps to Google. From the moment you buy the domain name to the moment you submit a sitemap for a 75,000 page website is 2 minutes. And we automatically buy the next website, build it, and submit the sitemap, buy the next website, build it, submit the sitemap, every 2 minutes back to back for like 100 websites, 3 hours and 20 minutes to create it all, and let Google know all about it. So no one's even touching any of these no one logs into a single admin panel. Then we turned around and said, okay, now that they're all up, I want to be able to edit them all from a single console in the middle, like playing a piano. I want to make sure I make these changes and strike these chords and improve these pieces and really hit it hard any which way I want. Add pages, change SEO, improve things, throw in images, delete images, rearrange things everywhere, everyhow. Change URL structures, change theme colors, anything I want to do, change the passwords on all the websites from a central console. And we did that. It's done. It took a long time to build. It was very hard to build. Trust me. So now it's live. Now, having said all that, right, let me come back to the point when it comes to supporting those of you that are getting websites. What can we do to help you out? What can we do to improve the direction you go and how you make money? Because everything now is going to become tons of support. Since it's so easy to run the show now, it's all about support, and that's amazing. That's something we never had and we needed and we built to make it work, and it works now, and it's in the basket. It works. So here's the point. Let me come back. Whoever is in charge of this website, whoever went and claimed it on GetTrialLeads.com when they went and signed up and claimed this website as a backlinker in the backlinking crew, okay? And you guys can go and do that with the other websites that are there, so you can earn some money from dispatch calls. He went in and got it, and guess what? He started running with it and created some backlinks to it. So here we sit with this website. Pretty cool, got different ratings for different features in different cities and so on. Well, I just took any old city, like New York City, Anytime Lock Repair, okay? And I went and I looked it up. Well, first let's take a look at the website. This is it. Window lock repair services servicing New York City. We can scroll down and just see what's going on. Nice and simple, but very cool. Enough happening on the page for a great user experience and related to a bunch of other pages. And yeah, we have videos and stuff inside these websites, right? All this kind of thing is going on. So it's pretty darn cool. Now, having said that, let me go here. Because here's the thing that was interesting. He's got some domain authority. I wonder if I can get this to pop on real quick. Yeah. He's got what? 28 links from, okay, 0 root domains or from subdomains for this exact page here, lockservices.html. Got it. If I go back to the home page, I'll see the numbers that apply to the home page, right? Most people start backlinking the home page, so okay. 4 links from 0 root. Okay, he is spreading the links around. That's cool. Totally for the domain, he's got 91,800 links from 38 root domains. Okay, so he's playing some websites hard, and so are we, frankly, because we interlace all these links for the cluster, the constellation of websites that we generate, which is fine. We do it in the right kind of way. They're footer links mainly, so they're not in your face sort of cross links. So Google doesn't see a problem with them. Google sees value there. So anyway, subdomains, 3,121 from 29 root domains. Okay, fine. Let's take a closer look at what that means. Okay, and it doesn't even show a spam score. It hasn't even been able to register spam. Not at all. Not even a low score. Okay, so if I go and I take a look at these domains, right? Some are ours from other websites. I can see that. I recognize that. That's ours. I recognize that. I recognize that. I recognize that. Okay, that's ours. But guess what? He also went out and got a couple of links of his own just for the heck of it. So Home Improvement Network.co. There's the exact page for him. Okay, and it ends in 138758. Just keep that in mind. Then up here, there's this rcityweb.com, and if I go there, okay, yeah, I can see that too. This is rcityweb.com/Chicago, Illinois locksmith. So let me just take a look at what he did with those backlinks. How much effort did he put into them, really? Well, okay, here's one of those links, right? Here's his entry. It's right here. He's just got an address. He's got a link. It's very little happening here, but it's a backlink, and it counts. It's on a page with page authority of 17. Probably wasn't hard to get this at all. He may have just hit suggest a business and put this information in and walked away. Okay, then what? The question is, does this page show up on Google? That's important. If the page doesn't show up on Google, then this doesn't count until it does show up on Google, if ever. But let's take a look. Yes, it's there. If I do a search for this exactly in double quotes, that page is there. That is the same page. So yes, Google indexed it, which means that the score of 17 page authority counts for that web page right here, which happens to be the index page. Okay, let's continue. And then link to spreads through the website anyway. It's good to promote different links of your website, some of the deeper ones, and we can do that with cities and services easily. You want to go Chicago Automotive Locksmith. Find on your website a page that's for Chicago Automotive Locksmith. Get that big long URL, promote it in a directory under the Chicago section, under the locksmith section, under the automotive section, right? And then if you want to do one for Denver residential locksmith, what? Go find the Denver section, the residential locksmith section, get the URL, go to a directory, go to Denver, go to residential locksmith, see about residential, and then post it there, right? Well, check this out. We've got it again, okay? Just simple little ad. He didn't even put a lot in here, like there's an overview, there's nothing has that, there's no photos, no videos, okay, fine. But this counts, right? This is on a page with page authority of 17, actually. They both happen to have page authority of 17. Okay. Yeah. All right. So does this link show up on Google? Remember, it ends in 138758 for this whole thing, right? Home Improvement Network.co/locksmith/pro locksmith. Dispatcher is a company. slash that number, right? And sure enough, there it is, because I put it in double quotes. I took off anything that could throw the result. I took off https:// On the other one, I would have taken off the www.to if I had any trouble seeing the result and I wanted to verify. It may not show under www. It might only show without it, you know. I made sure there was nothing weird at the end of the URL. Just, you know, whatever the URL is, there you go. I even took the trailing backslash off, right? Just got to the end and left it. But there it is, it's here. So therefore, Google is counting this page authority of 17 backlink, okay? Big deal, right? It's a big deal. Now, because of these little things he's done, and he hasn't done it with many, he just did it with some 38 linking domains. Probably almost half of these are just ours, like all of many of these are ours, okay? So he may have put out like 20. He may have put the time in for 20. Now, I don't know if he's seen some of the results of his labor yet or not, but I just want to show one that I happened to see. It was the first search I did, and I want to make this point. It's kind of interesting. I went to one of his pages, like New York City Anytime Lock Repair, with his phone number, right? And that happens to be the page I went to. It's not even the front page of his website. I want to make this point about link juice flowing. Remember I was on that page? Remember how it said it had no links directly to that page? Okay, this is proof that link juice flows. Here's the point I want to make. It's not at the top yet because locksmiths are competitive and these websites are not that old. They're getting there. You know, they're crossing the 6-month mark. Big deal. But here's what I want to say. For that little amount of effort, which may have taken him a day or two on the side, I don't know, but it's not a ton. He's number 53, but 53 for what? I want to point that out. Okay, it's not New York City Anytime Lock Repair, which I did first. Of course, he's like number 1 for that, but you know, it's such a long tail keyword. It's gonna, like, who types anytime? It's rare, right? I went straight for New York City Lock Repair, okay? Which is a big deal, because if I was in New York City, I would not even have to type New York City. I would simply type Lock Repair and then look for him. He's number 53 on the page organically, right? The 53rd natural search result down. Here's what makes that pretty fascinating. There are closing in on 1 billion results. 896 million results. So he's number 53 out of 896 million pages that can compete with them. Don't ask me how and why, but it's true. So for 896 million pages that are competing, okay, like I said, the competition could be intense. Not just that, I mean, there are other reasons why the word lock and repair would show up on the same page as New and York and City, right? But the fact that he's showing up number 53 means that for all the pages that use those terms together, and that is a competitive term, lock repair. Okay, I have to type New York City lock repair because I'm in Seattle. But there you go. He's number 53 on this list organically. This is an incognito window. This is subtracting all, you know, my personalized style, right? This is just simply how Google would normally show it. Okay, 53, number 53 out of 896 million just for this one page that he did not even backlink directly. It's picking up juice because he backlinked pages around it, other pages of the same website. That puts him like in the top millionth of the competition, the top 10 millionth of the competition, the top 14 millionth of the competition. Can you imagine that, competing that well? And he's got a lot of pages and they're probably starting to show up. And that's the thing. If you're not going to get the sales till you're, you know, in the top half of the front page, mainly, at least on the front page, like top half of the front page for sure. But if you started off nowhere and then you wind up on page 40 and then you're on page 5 and you're climbing from little efforts like that, notice where you are, right? If you don't notice where you are, you make this classic mistake. Here's what people do. They go, oh, I put out 20 links. I'm tired of putting out links. I hope it worked. If it didn't work, I'm wasting my time. And the answer is, If you're not tracking where you are, then you don't know if you're wasting your time. You're not going to get any more sales if you're number 40 or number 6 than if you're number 40. You're not going to get any more sales if you're on page 3. You may probably never get a sale from page 2. Okay? You've got to be on page 1 and the top half, and you work your way up there. You don't just appear on page 1. You appear on page 40. Work, work, work. Now you're on 35. Work, work, work. Now you're on 25. Work, work, work. Now you're on 5. If he stops now, he doesn't keep growing. But if he keeps working, he keeps growing. Pretty soon he's on the front page. Combination of things he does on his website to keep it interesting and off his website in the form of just general backlinks. Very simple, very cool point. I wanted to make that because it applies evenly to everything, everyone, everywhere. That is fair and simple. By the way, for those of you that do not know, get a Moz seat. Here I am using the incognito window. Go to gettryleads.com. If you're in the backlinking crew, okay, I need to make this clear. This is only for those of you who are backlinking, and on the backlinking crew. If you're not on the backlinking crew, sign up at /BLC. Okay, there's a form here. You sign up. You wind up in the backlinking crew. Once you're in the backlinking crew, you're given a way to log in. BLC_login. Once you're in, and you just sign in with the information, right? Then you can claim a locksmith website. And we have garage door websites that we're putting up in there that you can claim. And you can run off and you can do basic backlinking with your website. As the sales come through, your phone number on your website, because the phone number on your website is only for that website, okay? You'll see where to log into the dispatch center because we have that information on the inside of the system, okay? So once you claim a website, all you want to do is promote that phone number. Promote the website, put ads up on other sites like Yelp, Merchant Circle, Manta, anywhere you want. You don't even need people to get to your website. You just need them to call a phone number, right? You earn money whenever sales close, okay? Now, we have a lot more discussion about that in a different video. I should get that into the playlist here, the latest, greatest stuff that's going on so that it starts to come together and people understand it better. But right now, I just want to say this. Go sign up, get some backlinks, claim a website, go put out some backlinks, submit a portfolio. You'll see how you do it. You just upload an Excel file showing us what work you did. Soon as we say, wow, you did some good work, we give you access to your admin panel. You can log in and make SEO changes to your website, improve your website yourself. And beyond that, you can get a Moz seat. All of you guys who are on the backlinking crew, how do you get a Moz seat without having to pay for Moz yourself? Well, there are only so many seats per account, so there has to be a charge. But it's pretty healthy, expensive to get a Moz account. If you go down here, that's what I did, right? I went to gettryleads.com and I hit see URLs. Okay, ignore all this stuff, it's older. Okay, well, we got to revisit this front page sometime and do something with it. But hit see URLs, and at the very bottom right now, because it's pretty new, is the subscriptions option. If you hit that, so far we only have one subscription option. There were 9 seats available. I've got 1, so there's 10 available. I took 1. Someone else just got 1. There are 8 left. If you then this is for the guys who are claiming our websites, backlinking ours, because you're going to put the one website in, and then you can start to see where your competitors backlink, so you can model after them. So you can just outrank, get the best backlinks from competitor 1 plus the best backlinks from competitor 2 plus the best backlinks from competitor 3. Go after all the free ones by just simply going through these motions I've been showing you. You rank and rank and rank and rank, and pretty soon you start to make money. Doesn't need to cost anything in this case. You're just simply signing up and pushing this, right? Earn your money by doing that. All right, so it's 20 bucks a month through here, okay? And so just 20 bucks a month, review the subscription, right? Just sign up. And if you don't see how to get access from there, just contact me because we're going to take your email address and sign you up, and it should just jet a note to you going, hey, here it is. So you can subscribe using a debit or credit card, or log in to PayPal and subscribe. Either way you want to go. 20 bucks a month, and then you can cancel whenever you want. But if you even just pay for it for like 1 month, what do you get out of it? you get to study really quick. Moz will tell you about your website and let you go make changes to your website based on Moz's advice. And Moz will let you take a look at your competitors in their keyword analysis, their backlink analysis, so that you can see how to compete with them all. So even a simple month gives you enough information to make massive changes, okay? And then if you get off the subscription, there you go. For anyone that came here and this is gone now, it's limit 0, it's unavailable, this is grayed out, check back once in a while. If somebody finishes and they're like, okay, I got what I need out of it, I'm gonna cancel it for right now, then guess what? They're gonna cancel out and that's gonna put the limit back up. You're gonna be able to grab one, okay? Now what'll probably happen is if we're really hitting the end of this limit pretty quick, then we'll get around to getting some more accounts. But for right now, just get one of these if you want to do this, especially if you're a backlinker now and you're trying to actually see what's going on with your website and roll with it, go for it. Okay, that saves you having to get a whole Moz account for yourself. Once you understand what Moz is all about, if you feel like getting your own Moz account, go for it. That'll free up these limits for other guys who need them. Okay. All right, there you go. That's the information about this. So I'm going to break this off and do some other videos. See you soon.